We're back. Shane Johnson, Patrick Johnson. I think this is my favorite run of golf all season long. I mean, it's easy to get into the major championship golf and kind of that run really, let's go US Open, PGA, all that stuff kind of bunched together. But this, to me, is just the most fun golf viewing. Where does kind of Pebble, Riv, back-to-back sit in kind of your scheduling in terms of your favorite golf events?
I mean, it's just absolutely perfect. And I'd even go back to San Diego and Phoenix. The West Coast is such an incredible swing. And those first 2 weeks, we had great weather. Unfortunately, last week got a little bit wet and a little bit windy. I like the wind out there. And then we're getting a ton of rain at Riv. Riv is so much fun when it plays firm and fast. And I just don't think we're going to see it. But yeah, Pebble, Riv back to back. It doesn't get a whole lot better for me unless you go Quail Hollow PGA Championship.
Yeah, Patrick's going to go some crazy kind of outlier 2 golf tournaments in a row. What are you going to do? Let's go. Let's hear Patrick's back-to-back favorite events.
Well, I feel like Johnson's takes a little unbiased, obviously, with the Charlotte Roots Quail Hollow PGA Championship. I mean, Pebble Riv is clear 1A in my opinion. I kind of forget about the back half of the schedule, of course, but you got Twin Cities and what else is Detroit Golf Club. So we'll throw that one up there too.
There you go. There you go. I figured he'd go contrarian in some capacity.
Ross,
we're talking positivity, and we're going to get into some positive things that happen into golf. But before we do that, I want to go slightly negative. And Patrick, I'm going to start with you. We're into the golf season, I think, at this point, into 2026. Are there any names or players that you feel like have underperformed that you're kind of waiting to see what happens, or maybe you're even concerned about the way they've gone about their business this season?
I might just be saying this because I thought he could win last week, but what Viktor Hovland's doing in terms of speed right now, and this goes back to when he won the FedEx Cup in 23. Ever since that, it's been a downward trend. I mean, he is slower than like Tom Hoagie, Denny McCarthy right now. Shane, I'll toss it back to you since you just talked to him, but like anything going on with the driver that you can share? Is it the new ping model? I'm not saying it is. Is he trying to protect, some sort of injury or what? But this guy is slow, and he was once like an elite driver of the golf ball, and that's just not the case right now.
Well, yeah, it's interesting. I mean, in the conversation we had, speed is the focus. I mean, that's what he's trying to do with the golf swing. He talked about hip rotation and hip mobility. And I mean, obviously it's not clicking right now if he's this slow. And I mean, when you're a guy that's trying to pick up speed, yet you're somehow losing speed, it is a bit surprising to see. And I think, especially on some of these golf courses. I mean, you think about Viktor Hovland when he won the U.S. Amateur. I don't think he was trailing a single hole in a single match in match play when he won that event. So to kind of struggle on a golf course you've had this amount of success at is surprising. You've got another name as well, Patrick, but I'm going to go to Johnson first. Is there anybody, Johnson, that you're kind of waiting to get going this season?
Yeah, I mean, Cameron Young, he's 74th in the FedEx Cup. I think after he won Wyndham last year, the way he played at the Ryder Cup, I'm shocked. He's made all 3 cuts. His best finish is a T22. But when you look at these West Coast venues that he's playing, I think he was a hot pick last week at Pebble, just the way he drives the golf ball. I know he's played Riv pretty decently, but he just doesn't seem to have it. And I was really expecting him to break out on this West Coast and sort of climb into that top 15 in the world and say, "Hey, I'm here, and I'm going to be tough to beat this year." And so far, we haven't seen it.
Yeah, and you mentioned Luke Clanton as well. I mean, again, I think somebody that you're just kind of expecting bigger things out of. I mean, obviously bouncing around. I do think sometimes with these young players scheduling, when you start to add in, I got to go east and play this night golf event. I mean, I think sometimes just getting comfortable in terms of just focusing on tournament golf can be tough.
Clanton has missed 2 cuts and he's had to WD from Amex. And I think he got sick at Amex and wanted to play. So I know that had a lot to do with it, but I expect so much out of him and he expects a lot out of himself as well. And he'll get it going at some point. But when you look at Luke Clanton since turning pro after NCAAs last year, it's been disappointing, especially considering the record he had on the PGA Tour as an amateur. I think everybody's a little bit surprised that we haven't seen more.
Patrick, I got Ludwig Oberg. I mean, obviously last year at this time, we're celebrating the guy. I mean, what's going on? It's very strange to see. WD'd at the Amex, missed the cut at Torrey, shot 75 in the opening round last week, and then actually played pretty solid over the last 54 holes. But it's just weird to see him struggle considering his abilities in the golf swing. It feels like it's weird when the ball striking's not quite there. But, I mean, this is a guy that it seems like he's lost on the golf course this season.
Yeah, with how efficient his swing is, I mean, he is kind of the new Adam Scott, when you're looking at him, both, aesthetically pleasing swing, and he does fairly well with the ladies too, from what I've been told. I mean, there is just nothing that should go wrong in his golf swing, but clearly something's awry right now. Maybe we got to get Scavron back on the pod, Shane, after how well that conversation went last year. But another Ryder Cup guy for me has been Keegan Bradley is experiencing the Ryder Cup hangover. Maybe some of the Europeans that we're talking about are too. But I think our colleague Jason Sobel, he's over at SiriusXM. He talked to Keegan and he said he's really struggling with kind of the trickle down effect of the Ryder Cup. Still super disappointed. If you go back to last year, he actually mentioned how being inside the ropes was kind of an oasis from all the Ryder Cup noise, and he was able to play better because of that, because he wasn't really focusing too much on his game except when he was inside the ropes. So it's been a curious start for Keegan, and I'm hoping he gets back into form, because kind of like Viktor, he's just a fun guy to watch when he's in the heat of the moment. A lot of passion in his game.